Hello, hello. Welcome. This is Barb Ryder, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I have some great projects. Hello, Sue. Welcome. As you're coming in, let me know that you're here. I appreciate that you're with me this Sunday evening. If you're watching on YouTube as a replay, let me know. Thank you for doing that. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure that you do. I have been uploading some more videos lately because of my home situation at this time. I am home more than before. So, let's see, who else is here? June, hi, welcome everybody. So, excuse me. I am excited because we as demonstrators have the opportunity to do pre-order. And hello, Sudavu. And so I'm excited to get some of those things and see what classes I can create and all the fun things that'll be coming. So, well, hi, Bobby. Let's see, who else is here? I'm just checking that everything is going good on the live. Let me see, I'm checking one more thing here. Interesting. Okay, there we go. All right, cool. All right, so with all of that, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on, we have two projects tonight, and hopefully these will be ideas that you can use with stamps that you have. Maybe you even have the stamps that we're gonna use tonight. One of them is the product of the month. So hopefully that will be something that you have and you'll get inspired. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera down to the projects, which, there we go. Making sure that you can see everything pretty well. Get myself situated. The first card that we are going to make is going to feature a stamp set that is on the online exclusives. And if I can get a hold of it here, goodness gracious, it is Springtime Scenes. And this is the one, I just got the stamp set. I did not get the dies to go with it. So I'm gonna show you what I'm can do with this little stamp set. I have some samples to show you also. The project also uses the Arch dies, Everyday Arch dies. So I use the two smaller dies. We are going to, let me pull my stamps over here. We're going to be using two colors. I am just not set up very good over here. The Highland Heather and Lost Lagoon. Now these are so pretty together. If you have not used them together, I suggest that you give them a try. Hello, Nancy. Welcome. All right, so what we have, let me grab our pieces here. So if you want to recreate this, I will tell you all the parts and pieces sizes. We have our 8.5 by 5.5, and I'm just gonna fold it over in half and use my bone folder here to go ahead and crease that. And then let's look at our pieces. Now here's the two die cut pieces I had shared. I did with the arched dies. And this is a piece of white that's going to go on the inside. Now you could put whatever size you want to. I just chose to go with this as something different. 2 3/4 by 5. That's for the inside. And then our front layers, basic white again. 3.5 by 5, and another piece of white is 3 by 4.5, and then Highland Heather is 4 3/4 by 3 1/4. Now, have you guys used these colors together before? I'm just curious to know if you've ever thought about using them. Let me grab my mat here. And we are going to stamp our sentiment first. I'm gonna stamp this, making sure you guys can see me here. I'm gonna stamp this in the Highland Heather, and we're gonna say celebrate new beginnings. Okay, and that is just going to kind of go in the middle here, just like that. Okay, looks okay. All right. Excuse me. All right, let's clean this up. And then we are going to use 2 of the stamps out of the stamp set. We are going to use, let me move these over here. We're going to use the flower and the little leaf. We're going to use those 2. I'm going to go ahead and stick this down since it's all done. It's just going to layer right inside there very nicely. Okie dokie, just like that. Okay. And then here we want to stamp on the smaller of the white pieces. Okay. And I am just going to, I've got my little stamp here. I'm going to start out with the Highland Heather and the flower. And then just ink this up. Actually, I need to move this because we'll go off of the cardstock a little bit. You have not thought of using these 2 colors together, Sue? They are really pretty together. So, okay, ink, stamp, ink, stamp. Let me get myself in a groove here. And all I'm doing is randomly stamping these flowers all over the card, okay? So I've kind of made a little bit of a designer paper with that. I guess that's kind of what the idea that I had. And let's see here. On the inside, I'm gonna go ahead. This is going to be tall, so let's do this. I'm just gonna do a flower there. Yeah, I'm just gonna do 1 flower there. Okay, now let me clean this up because I've got my blocks all over the place because I've been stamping so many things. I don't have any more of my little blocks, so I need to switch out my leaf for the flower. And now we're gonna switch over to the Lost Lagoon. How's everybody doing this weekend? I thought we were supposed to get some rain today in Michigan, but it has not rained. It was hot and sunny. So I'm just going to stamp this little leaf kind of there. I don't know, just put something on the inside. I thought I was going to do something. Let's see. I think I'll put a little bit like that. Maybe surround it with there we go. That's a little better. Okay, that's the inside. We're going to put this over here. We're still stamping on our smallest white piece. And I'm going to take these leaves and I am just going to fill in all these gaps, making sure that I'm turning my leaf different ways so that they're not all the same. This takes a little more thinking than the other one, than just popping down those flowers like I did, right? Let's go here, and we need one right here. Maybe one more right here. So here's what we have. Is that very clear? I hope it's clear. It seems like it's not very clear on my screen over here. I don't know. I don't want to mess anything up. Let me see. I don't think. Yeah, this is one that does automatic. I can't adjust anything. So hopefully it's clear for you. Okay, so we're done with this color. So let's go ahead, move this out of the way. This is a pretty simple card, but I just thought it was a nice way to use this stamp set that you might not think about in creating something. So let's put everything together. Bring all this back in. So this is going to go onto a Highland Heather, just like so. This is like I said, this is a pretty easy card. And then this layer is going to go onto, you could like totally step this up major if you wanted to, but, and then this is going to go onto the white layer. Okay, then this is going to go on the front of our card. And I'm going to pull out some of our basic rhinestones. Look at how pretty that is. I feel like I'm at an angle. Do you guys feel like I'm at an angle when you're watching me? When I look at this camera, that's how it looks. So it might just be me. I don't know. There we go. All right, so that's what we have. This is for the inside. And then we're going to grab some dimensionals and we're going to put the sentiment on the front. Okay. There you go. Let's grab some dimensionals and let me find them. I'm going to use, this is the mini dimensionals, but they have all of this extra, you know, like, see here? There's one. And I'm going to cut out these. I've already got the little ones. There's a few little ones on here, a few dimensionals left, but I'm going to cut this section that doesn't have any more little ones. So, and use this to pop that up. Okay. And let's see here. Just like so. And let's see. We're going to have to cover up something somewhere. So let's see. I think I will bring this right here, kind of down a little bit. All right. Whoops, there we go. See that? And then let's grab some basic rhinestones because that just makes it pop. I'm digging into my stash here. Let's pull out these rhinestones. Every time I say rhinestones, you guys, it makes me think of like a rhinestone cowboy. Does it make you guys think that? Or am I just weird? Okay. Let's see. I need Mr. Take Your Pick tool. All right. Let's go ahead and pop a few of these on. I'm going to take the largest one, and I think that fits there really nicely. Let's get a medium and just pop these right in between. And honestly, I think these rhinestones just add that little extra to this card and just really makes it pop. So it's an easy design. It's our first card, and there you go. Let me show you a few more. I had a couple of them in a swap, and a couple of them I did. So let me grab that. But yeah, there's our first card. Let's show you a couple more here. Here is another one that I created. This one is with the leaf, and I just fussy cut the ladybugs, and I use my black blender pen. Can you see? I use the ladybug, there you go, the ladybug, what is it called? The ladybug emboss folder, and then the red and white baker's twine. So there's another idea. Oh, I stamped the inside too. And then Here's another one. Goodness, excuse me. Here's one that looks like fall, using the leaves, just the leaves that are in the stamp set with the grass. And then I did the sprig in the, oh, what color is that? Where are you? I don't know what color that is. It might be a color that's retired, I think. I don't know. But it's Cajun Craze. And I don't know if you can tell. Can you see how the leaf is colored in just a little bit? I just used the blender pen and did a little bit of coloring there. And just nothing really on the inside. And then this was a swap that I got. And this one is using the Ladybug folder. And then the dies. Some of the dies with this cute little sticker. The Ladybug sticker. So there's some ideas for you using that stamp set. And those are, it's still available. Let me see here. I can tell you if you don't have it. Whoops, I did the wrong thing. Springtime Scenes. The stamp set itself is $20. The bundle is $53, which includes some really cool dies actually, but I just didn't get those. 167461. That's the number for the bundle for Springtime Scenes. If you like that, like those ideas. All right. So I got the product of the month, which is the Begonia Bell stamp set. And I thought we would keep these colors and let's create something with this stamp set using exactly the same thing that we just used. Thank you, Shar. Thanks for sharing. Using everything just the same, but we're going to use the product of the month stamp set. Now, it's not sold out. And if it gets sold out before the end of July, then it's gone for good. If it doesn't get sold out, then it's going to carry over into August, and you can have a choice of whatever the August set will be, or the August paper, or the August whatever product of the month is, or you can choose something else. So let's do this one. All right, same thing. We've got all the same pieces. We are going to be stamping on the small piece. And let's just get this folded over. And again, that's just folded in half, 8.5 by 5.5. And I put my bone folder away. There we go. Perfect. Okay. And so let's put these pieces over here. I think what I was thinking is this. I think I'm going to do this. I did not already create this, but it's in my mind. It's in my head. You guys know how sometimes I like to do that. Okay, we're going to take the Lost Lagoon, and we're going to take this. I don't know, the dashes here, and we are going to put that over here. We're going to put these dashes kind of along the side here, so we'll have a design that's just along the side, just because I don't know what it's going to look like, but we're going to try it. Okay. Alrighty. I'm just going around the outside because I will have we'll have the pieces in the middle. So there's that. Okay, so there's that. Now, this is the part we're going to stamp on. Now, how many of you do you guys have this Begonia set yet? Sue says that she likes the stamp set. Sue, I'm curious. Which one do you use? Which of these two do you use as the darker color? Do you use this one as the darker color, or this one as the darker color? Upper, lower? Which one do you use as the darker color? Anybody else too? If you have it and you've been using it, let me know. I'd be curious to know what your thoughts. Upper or lower dark? Which one do you use as the darker color? Okay, let's put this over here. Okay. Let's see. We are going to do a purple rose. And I am going to, let's see here, bring these up here. And let me see. I am going to, you use the lower one as the darker. Okay. All right. Because I pre-stamped and played a little bit, and that's exactly what I came up with, is that the more dark, the solid pieces in here, that's the one I use as the darker. So, all right. And the way to know that is when you look at your stamp, okay? When you look at this stamp, you're going to see solid, and then you will see, like, if you take your finger, this section right in here, it's more of an opening, and then this section is solid. It's hard to see when you're, kind of doing your thing, but so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this second. So I'm going to stamp this first. So we're going to ink this up completely, and I'm just going to stamp off because I want this as my lighter. And let's see here, how are we going to do this? Let me think for a second. We're going to stamp it right over here. Okay, so there's my light part of the flower. Now we're going to do full strength. Does it really matter? I don't know. I really don't know, but I played with it, and I'll show you some difference. I'll show you. I think I've got it here. I can show you what I played with. This is the darker one. So how am I going to line this up? See this little loop-de-doop-de here? I don't know what it is. Right here, this little thing right here. When you go, you can see there's an opening that matches it right there. That's the opening. So I'm going to try to match those up. And that's how I'm going to stamp it, because that's how it goes together, I guess. That's just my thought. I got to get my head down here, so I'm sorry if my head's in the way. But but I can't see otherwise. Okay, there we go. Boom. Just have to commit, All right. So here it is, with the more solid as the dark and the more detail as the light. Okay, and then then I've done one the opposite. Okay, I don't know. Can you see the difference here? Which one do you like better? The dark on the or the lighter? I don't know which one I like better. What do you think? Which one do you guys like better? I think I know which one I like better. But I did one the opposite in case I wanted to just put this one over top of that one. You know what I'm saying? So, I would be curious to know which one you guys like better. This one is definitely more vivid. So I think we're going with that one. But I have this one. I had this one just in case. And see, I had played with it earlier, so you can see I had done the darker here. You like the dark one better? Yeah, the one I just stamped. I think so too, Sue. But anyway, there I had stamped it earlier. I've got a leaf on the back side. Now, I will tell you, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just put these up here out of the way. Well, let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment while I have it out here. The sentiment is best wishes, and I got 19 things here. We're going to stamp best wishes, and I will be honest with you, I don't know how some of these people, a lot of people will stamp with one image on one side and one on the other. I cannot. I just cannot. So we are going to take that off for the moment. We're going to bring our die cut piece up here. It's hard to see on the white, but I'm going to stamp best wishes. I'm going to turn it right side up. That would have been ugly. Okay. We're going to go with, where do I want this? I think we're gonna go towards the end here. Let's see. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out, okay? We're just gonna do that. We're gonna figure it out. All right. I think with the inside, let's go ahead. I'm just doing my stamping while I got it all out here. We are gonna do the hashtags. No, we're not. We're gonna do something else. We're going to, this is gonna go landscape, remember? This one's gonna go landscape. And so I have the other little flower and buds here. So let me grab this and this. And put this over here. And then there is a leaf with stems. We are going to stamp that on the inside of our card. So let's do this. I think these are super pretty. I did stamp some of these, testing them out. I think they're so cute. So let's do this flower, and let's do that full strength. I also have another leaf. I'm going to go ahead and ink that up, and I'm just going to put that kind of off the page there. And then let's go with our, well, I'm going to need that, so I'll just leave that open. I'm just going to hold this one. These have two little buds, and they're connected on the stamp itself. Nancy says, you like the separate too. I don't know. It's hard when they're like that. I can't hardly do it. All right, so if you take the stamp set and you just line it up at an angle right where those little stems are, look at that. It's gorgeous. So there we go. We've got that on the inside. So pretty. Okay, I'm going to put these over here to the side. And we're going to stamp some leaves because I was not sure on how well my rose would turn out. Like I said, I pre-stamped and did that. And then I've got a couple leaves, but I don't want to, I can't really do these leaves if, you know, the flower is down solid, unless I do another one and I cut it out and pop it on there. But I don't like that one, so I'm not going to. So we're just going to put these down flat. But I'll tell you, I hate when that happens to me. I want these to go under there. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to take our little pointy scissors and be very careful. And I'm going to get this started with my, like an X-Acto knife, I think. I'm going to try. Let's see if I can get this started. And I am going to come in and we're going to cut around this. There we go. And we're going to slip these behind. Have you guys ever? Okay. So, yep. That's what I'm doing. I'm coming in. Just coming in. But I don't want to cut this out completely because I want this on the front of my card. Okay? So, see how I've got a little piece like right there? And we can just like tuck that. Oh, I got to cut more, but look. Oh, look. See, we can do it. We can. All right, so I'm just going to keep cutting here. So you don't learn new things unless you try, especially if you've made mistakes. Some of the best techniques have come out of people making mistakes. Did you guys know that? Okay, there's that. Oops, be careful. All right, we're just going to go for it. So this leaf, I think I'm going to tuck this leaf in here. And then this one. Look at that, girls. Just look at that. Can you believe it? Kind of like that. How's that? That looks better. And then I can put some dimensionals behind here and pop this up. Let's see. What I was thinking is, let's put this down. You guys are seeing my creative mind happen here as we go. You know? Okay, there's that. This is, let's put some of this out of the way. This is going to go on the inside of the card. So let's get that in here. Okay, so there's the inside. Let's put this layer down. Good, good. Hi, Diana. Thanks for being here. Oh yeah, the dashes are nice. They just add a little more texture onto the card, so that's cool that I added those dashes on there at the beginning. And then this will go here. This is going to go here, but see what I'm saying? I'm not sure. I think I should have went this way. No, this way. See, I'm trying to be creative in, I don't know. We might have to, we pop that up here. I think we can do it. Do you guys think we can do it? Okay, can do that. And we'll do that. We're gonna pop this up. Ooh, I think so. The only difference is I think I need some type of twine or ribbon on here before we put the rhinestones on. Don't you guys think so? You guys think I think we need some twine or ribbon. Let me see what I got over here. Let's see. I am swirling around in my stuff here, and I think we'll go with some, not white. How about, what do you think about linen thread? Do you think linen thread fits? What do you think about linen thread? Do you think that will look just fine and dandy? Or I have no purple. The only other thing is we could take some of our white baker's twine, okay, and I'm kind of liking that though. Let's do this. Let's take our blends. We have Highland Heather blend here, and let's dye our ribbon or our little our stuff. Linen thread looks good with anything. Yeah, I agree, Sue, it does. We can use that. I'm gonna see what this looks like. Okay, I'm just gonna hold my blend down and do my linen thread, or not linen thread, my baker's twine, white baker's twine. Have you guys ever done this and colored your twine or colored your ribbon? It's super easy. And I'm just twirling it around. You can also run it through your ink pad, but I think using the blends actually helps it dries faster. So let me get all my little white spots colored in here. Twirl it around a little bit. There we go. I think I need a little more. Oh yeah. Yep, this is a good choice. All right, let's go with a little more color, a little more of it. But yeah, you can color your rhinestones, you can color your ribbon, you can do all kinds of things. Okay, I think I can make a bow out of that. Okay. What do you guys think? Should I color the rhinestones purple too, or should I just go with the silver rhinestones? So this is already dry. I don't have to do anything. I'm going to cut this so I can go ahead and let's see here. All right, let's make our bow. Here we go. And let's pull this Whoops, I pulled the wrong one. Okay. All right, concentration here. And, okay, gotta start over. I pulled the wrong loop. All right, let's do this. There we go. There, now let's pull the right one. There we go. All right. Oh, I think this is fabulous. Coloring your white baker's twine. And let's do this. And so, you know, I've got this space over here, just like that. So that's going to give us a little more. I haven't glued everything down yet, right? I think this is a little bit too big. So let's, I feel like my purple's coming off, but it shouldn't do that. But it is, look. It's coming off on my, that's weird. Okay, I thought that this dried like right away, but it is not. It's on my fingers a little bit, and it's making little marks. So let's make this a little bit smaller. There we go. Okay. All right, let's let that dry a minute. I don't know. I thought it would dry right away. Anyway, okay, there's that. Let's get these out of the way. Okay. So, before we do that, let's put this together. And I don't want to get my fingers on my white. Get smudges here. You guys ever do this? You guys ever just take your fingers and clean them on your on your chamois? Yeah, that's what I just did. Okay. Let's see. Let's see how much this sticks out in the back. You know what? There's enough room. I am going to do my handy dandy tape and tape this down so that my leaves will stay stuck behind right there. Okay. Now we're going to give a little dimension here. So what I'm going to do is take those mini glue dots and mini dimensionals, not glue dots. We are going to pop one underneath each little leaf here to give us some dimension. So let's grab that. I hope you guys get some ideas. Okay, so look, see, you've got the dimension, you got the little bit of dimension going on, and it looks cool. Ah, love it. Okay, here we go. Let's put this baby down. And this is going to go onto the Highland Heather. If I can get it equal around there. I am not doing good. All right, let's come this way. There we go. Okay. All right. I'm hearing myself in a delay in my sounds, and it's funny. Okay. All right, so that's stuck down. So then this is going to go here. Beautiful. All right. Yep, that's done. Okay, it's going to go here, just like so. Let's grab, now let's go to the mini glue dot. And I'm just going to take my fingernail and kind of roll this up because my twine is little or skinny. And so this glue dot, I want this glue dot to be skinny. And let's see. Oh yeah, this feels much drier now. But it didn't come off my finger. There we go. All right, and then this is going to kind of go over here for the best wishes. And let's pop this up, excuse me, with dimensionals. Let's see, there. And so it sounds like, Sue, you've gotten Sue Somerville says that she has the begonia. Have you guys, anybody else gotten it and played around with it? I would love to see some of your samples. All right, let's do this, and this will, we're going to come right over to the edge here, I think. Maybe we'll come right here. Let's just do that. I'm just going to match it right up with the corner here, just like that. All right. Oh my gosh, how pretty. Now, you guys didn't tell me, should I make purple rhinestones or should we leave them silver? Purple rhinestones or leave them silver or diamond, whatever. Should I color them purple? I'll do a little one and see how it looks. Let's color a small one and just see. Okay. There we go. And I did use my, I don't know, can you see any difference? You might not be able to see any difference. It's right here. I don't know if you can really, I can see a difference in person, but it is kind of, thank you, Sue. It is kind of, keep them silver, Nancy says. You can see a little bit. All right. Nancy says keep them silver. Color purple. Any tiebreaker? They're very light. The color is very, very light. I don't with the Highland Heather. Now, maybe if I use the Gorgeous Grape, that might make them a little bit darker. But let's see. I don't know if I can really tell. Silver, maybe too much purple if I color them. I don't know. So the only thing different that we did on this card is we added this, we colored the twine, okay? But besides that, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and get my, oh wait, there is no Gorgeous Grape. Hello, Barb, there's no Gorgeous Grape blend. So you would have to use this one. So, why not? All right, there's a purple. All right, so we're gonna color, let me try the bullet tip end, and this is dark. Yeah, this is the dark, that's what I want. All right, I'm gonna try the bullet tip end and see if I can, it's not giving me a ton of color, it's not giving me a ton of difference, but I can see it for sure. So there's a large one, and let's go with a medium here. Color the medium one, and I am using the bullet tip end this time, and then I'm just going to go back over my little tiny one here and do that. Take your pick tool and let's go ahead. Let's see, what should we do? Let's go ahead with the big one. Let's do the medium one. I'm going to grab up the medium and put that one kind of right there. And then the large one here, and the little one right there. Oh my gosh. So pretty. Now, can you guys see the purple in the rhinestones? There's the inside. There we go. There is our product of the month card. Let me grab the other card to bring this back in and share with you the two cards that we did. So we used all the same pieces, but look how different those cards are. We used different stamp sets, but the same colors, same pieces, right? Now, I have one last thing to share with you, and let me see here. I'm so, got everything in my way. Which one do you guys like? I know if you like flowers like me, you know, probably the rose one, but I really like this one too. But yeah, same, excuse me, That is a great stamp set for $5. I agree with you, Sue. They have had some good product for the product of the month. That's for sure. I do have to, I think so. So I do agree with that. Let me check something here. Let's see. Where am I? Hold on one second, guys. Okay. All right. I am going to share with you my next blessing box for the month of August. Silly, something popped up here. Go away. There we go. I am going to share with you my next month blessing box. I'm not sure that I'm all done with the... Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I'm not sure I'm done creating, but let me grab this up and share what I have here. So next month, my blessing box will be Simply Leaves, this bundle right here. So, oh, my light's going crazy there. So Simply Leaves, that's what we're going to use for the blessing box. And here are the samples that I've done so far. So there is 1 and 2. Here is a 3rd sample. And this is fun. I'm still, I just got my leaf folder in too that I haven't used up yet, but this one I created, but I used the sunflower embossed folder. So yeah, I'm not done creating, but that's what I have so far. And I'm excited about it. I think that there's a lot more that I can do with this that I just haven't been able to do. I've gotten July's blessing box is actually going in the mail tomorrow, so I will be reaching out to a couple of you about that. But that's all set, and that was with the Stitch Stocking Christmas in July. That was a nice variety of stamps, or not stamps, designs. That's the word I wanted to say. Thank you so much. Let me go ahead and turn this camera back up. And you know what? Actually, I did not. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. So I will be putting something out there with the Simply Leaves. That's what it's called. I put it back behind me there. Some gorgeous stuff coming out in the new catalog. Have you guys got that? And on there's some online exclusives too. Don't miss those. Thank you, Sue. I appreciate that so much. You guys probably have, if you are a demonstrator, you have to choose to get your free copy when you place your order. Any order right now, next month, whatever. But yeah, you can get your free copy. They don't, oops, I can't do that, can I? You can't, they don't send them to you in the mail anymore. So you have to put it on your first order that it's available. The other thing is, if you are a demonstrator, don't forget, if you send catalogs by mail to your customers, the customer selector is open now, and it's done. You can't order any, you can't do anything after July 31st. So make sure that if you send them out that way, that you get that done. You are very welcome, Sue. Thank you for being here and taking the time to spend with me. And if you're watching the replay, I do appreciate you all so much watching the replay. Just let me know, and I look forward to seeing what you guys think as you are looking at my creations here. So sorry, I keep turning my head, but the things are behind me. So thanks for being here. I am all set for tonight. You guys have a wonderful rest of your evening if you're watching me live. I'll see you next time. Bye now.